Hi there, this is Jonathan Ginsberg. I'm a Social Security Disability attorney. And I'd like to talk to you today about what to expect when you fill out the case evaluation form on my website. And when you do so, what's going to happen is I'm going to get an email that includes the information you put on that form. It's going to go to me and it's going to go to my paralegal. And what will happen is one of us, probably within just a few minutes or even an hour or two, will call you back, or email if you prefer, to ask you more questions and to find out what you need to know about the disability process. And for example, you may want to ask us, what does this denial notice mean? How long is this going to take based on where I'm at right now? What else do I need to know? What does it take to have a winning case? And we're really going to try to answer any questions you may have about the disability process as part of our intake phone call. The second thing is we're going to focus when we talk to you about one thing, and that is, how does your medical issue impact your capacity for work? I think that one of the things that people get confused about with disability is they think it's about medical issues, or they think it's about not being able to do their past work. It's none of that. It's about how your medical issue would stop you from doing pretty much any type of work at all. And if you keep that in mind, and we focus on that, our chances of winning are much, much better. If you like my approach, one of the things also that we'll do in our conversation is we'll kind of generate overall kind of a big picture strategy. I'll talk to you about the different ways that I use to win cases and kind of give you a big picture strategy. Obviously, I haven't had a chance to look at the medical yet, but I'll be able to give you a big picture strategy. If you like what you hear, if you think that we'd be a good fit, and if I think I'd be able to help you win, then I'm going to need some paperwork filled out, and I'm going to need a notice of representation. It's called the Form 1696. I'm going to need a retainer agreement signed, which is a contingency retainer, and that means that there's no fee unless we win. I'm going to need some medical authorizations, medical releases signed, and I'm going to send you a questionnaire. And the questionnaire really gives me a lot of detail about what's going on. It's very helpful to me for a number of reasons. One is that it gives me something to refer back to, and it will help you down the road if we need to kind of remind you about what you were thinking when you filled out the form, and maybe there's some things it'll trigger in your mind. So I'm going to send you all that paperwork either in the mail or by email, have you fill it out and return it to me, and once you formally retain me, then I get started on your case. And normally what that means is if you have an appeal due, we'll get the appeal filed electronically. So we take this out of the paper world and move it into paperless. And then, of course, once I'm officially recognized by Social Security as your attorney, then I'll get copies of everything that Social Security sends you. That's a good thing because we both get copies. And that means that if they, for some reason, don't send it to me or it gets lost in the mail, you have a copy and vice versa. So that's actually very, very helpful. I'll also start the process, depending on the time frame of when we start working on the case, of requesting evidence. Usually that's medical information. That can also be non-medical information like school records or work records or medication lists. It can be statements from former coworkers or supervisors. It can be any number of things. We'll start building the file. I'll also probably talk to you about getting a functional capacity evaluation completed by a treating doctor. That can go a long way to winning your case. So overall, we'll talk about the big picture strategy and how I see the case kind of working its way out. This is kind of like a chess game in a way, because we need to have a strategy and then we have to have tactics that make that strategy work. So once I look at a case, I've done this long enough, I can usually figure out pretty quickly what we need to do to win, and I'll share that with you, and we'll talk about how you can help me help you and get the case ready for hearing or perhaps even approved without the hearing. And realize that when you fill out this form, it doesn't obligate you to anything. It's really part of a conversation. It's going to help me understand what you're going through. It'll help you understand more about the process. And like I said, no obligation. There's no fee unless we win. But it's a good way to start the process. It helps me, again, understand what you're going through and how I can help you. So that's what happens when you fill out the case evaluation form on my website. I encourage you to do so. I think Social Security is one of these things where waiting normally does not help you, and even if it turns out from our conversation that I can't help you, or I think that there's a flaw in your case that's going to make it impossible for you to win, for example, if you're still working full-time and it would not be ready for you to start the application, you'll know more after talking to me than you knew coming in, and I think that's valuable. I'm happy to share my knowledge and my experience with you, and of course, any way I can help you with regard to Social Security, I am happy to do so. So my name is Jonathan Ginsberg, and I look forward to hearing from you soon. Thanks a lot. Hi, this is Jonathan Ginsberg, and I hope you found this video helpful. If you'd like to know more about how to win your Social Security disability case, I'd like to invite you to download my Secrets to Getting Approved Early Survival Kit that I created just for people like you. Currently, I'm making the Survival Kit available at no cost, and I encourage you to grab your copy now. Some of the topics I cover include: how do I know if I have a case? Is it the right time for me to file my claim? 9 common mistakes that can doom your case. The 3 must-have arguments you use to win your case. And a topic that every disability claimant wants to know: how to avoid trick questions from the judge. If you or a loved one need to win Social Security disability benefits, you'll find the Survival Kit essential reading. Download your Survival Kit right now and at no cost. Just visit ssdanswers.com/survival and sign up. It's that easy. Please act now. And as always, I wish you the best.